Are you like a crazy person?
I'm quite sure they will say so.
You're listening to Comics Podcasting on the Edge of Civility.
You're listening to The Mean Geek, episode 162.
This flick, dude. What am I seeing on this fucking screen, man?
Cockneys versus zombies.
This is actually pretty decent flick, you know. So some of the dialogue is a little silly, but it's got the guy from Snatch in it, the big bad guy, Brick Top, who is still apparently quite badass
as a grandfather. No, there's a couple people. The guy from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels was the father.
Oh.
Soap.
Okay. Yeah, so far it's been fun. I don't mind.
So, any nerd news this week?
A little bit.
What do you got?
They have finally enumerated which will be the last issue of Star Wars.
Really?
Yep. Number 20 will call Dark Horse's reign as the only publisher of Star Wars books for the last 21 years.
Does it fall back to Marvel at that point, or
Well, they didn't actually say. They're just saying that
they're shutting down.
That Disney is taking it over, and since Marvel is owned, I mean, it's pretty much foregone conclusion since Disney doesn't have their own line of comics right now.
Now, does this mean much like because Disney now owns a license, they own all the Dark Horse stuff?
Depending on how the contract is written, they should. That's how other licenses have gone. Dark Horse took over the ability to publish all the Marvel stuff.
Right.
Because that's how that contract was written.
I feel like you should start picking up some Star Wars Dark Horse stuff before it starts disappearing.
I've got a lot of it.
I mean,
got
some
a
of the
whole
you should
lot
take a
of it,
look
man.
and see if there's anything that you like. Look over the graphics because some of these things may really.
I don't think you get it. I got a lot of it.
Oh no, I believe you, but you know they've also done a lot. If there is stuff that you are missing, you might, and to the fans out there as well, you might want to think about picking it up now.
Yeah, because if they reprint it,
If you know, like
because it totally may go out of print for God knows how long.
right.
So yeah, we might see a bizarre raise in single issue prices. You know, trades are always, almost always available. It's hard not to find trades.
Well, I mean, right now it is because Dark Horse doesn't have too many other money trades outside of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But once those start disappearing,
I'm with you.
you know, Freedom, Rad, Dark Empire. Maybe we'll say, like, you might see some of those. But there's a whole lot of Star Wars B-story graphics and things like that are probably not going to see a ton of reprints in the near future.
It sounds like a decent bet.
So if there's stuff out there, if there's holes, now's the time to start looking at them because they will be going away.
I was thinking about finishing up Legacy and what's that one that had Blue Harvest in it?
I don't remember. I'm not
Dark Times.
Yeah. I mean, I may have to pick up Dark Empire and Dark Empire 2 just because they may not be around. Those are the only two I remotely give a crap about.
Well, yeah, the old expanded universe you really didn't care about, like
No.
not Dawn of the Jedi, but the stuff from the 90s. Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah,
that
no,
wasn't really
I gave you everything I had of that, and that is
I was fine with that.
Not
I
one
had
that I
no
lost a second
problems with
sleep
those.
over losing.
That brings up another thing that was released in the last couple of days.
What's up?
Disney has said, right, expanded universe can go fuck itself.
Really?
Yep. They didn't give any numbers or specific stories or concepts, but apparently the vast majority of the expanded universe no longer counts in any way.
Well, that is not a bad concept.
No, there's a lot of things, and you're going to love this, even though you hate it. I might have to go find this so that you can hate it more.
What's that?
But I was told today, and it was verified on Wikipedia, which I want you to know, Bill, is a real Star Wars encyclopedia site.
Of course it is.
there was an Ewok pilot who wore power armor so he could pilot the X-Wings.
In what? What piece of shit?
In some of the Rogue Squadron novels.
Oh, that's just horrible.
And it took me this long to know that. I had to be told that because, no, I won't read Star Wars novels.
Well, now apparently you will.
No, I won't. I'm not going after that. Are you insane? I'm not fucking reading that shit.
That is so bad.
Apparently a Wookiee, an Ewok, was taken prisoner and put into an experimental science lab on a superstar destroyer somewhere.
Oh, just stop. Just fucking stop. Oh, my God. You know, this does open an interesting door, though. I may have to actually rush out. Like the Dark Empires, I could really care. But I may have to get all the Marvel graphics, because if they're just... if they're losing the...
No, those could go away rapidly, too.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to have to start filling in gaps a lot faster with my single-issue Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. But yeah,
Which will be a singular mission at Emerald City.
Well, you finished Bats. You were going to go to Cap, and what was the other one you were going to do? Thor?
Yeah.
Well, no, Star Wars just jumps precedent.
Yeah, that's all. It just jumps line. That's it's a queue jumper.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
But no, we finally don't have to worry about fucking Kevin J. Anderson counting at all.
No, my God. What about? But does that mean Zahn goes away too?
Yeah, unfortunately it does. So
what about
they detailed
Brian Daly?
Of course, that's gone.
Really?
Well, come on, nobody. People under
goodness.
25 don't even know that thing exists. Are you kidding me?
Splinter of the
This is
Mind's
going
Eye is
nowhere.
done.
Well, there was a lot of crazy shit in there.
I've actually never read that one.
And hopefully there's no longer any need for anyone to constantly tie everything else into everything else.
Oh, that's bad.
I read one thing today that said that Dengar was actually in Hoth base tracking down Han. And I'm like, no, go fuck yourself. He wasn't anywhere close to the goddamn thing.
Dude, they made the bounty hunters. Like, I tried reading one of those Tales of the Bounty Hunters.
Oh, those are so bad.
The Bounty Hunter trilogy.
They're terrible, man.
And I was like, dude, I hate everything about this.
Yes.
Like, not just
Yes.
parts. Like, I want to cry.
And that came out like 98, 99, and I'm like, look, man, it's been a long time since we had Star Wars, so I'm going to read this. And then I read it, and I instantly regretted it.
I'm going to let you talk in a minute, and that's fine, but you should all know that Dengar was the second best bounty hunter of all time.
And here's something else that's going to whack you out. Boba Fett was Dengar's best man.
I knew that.
You did?
I don't know how.
Holy shit.
I knew that. Flipping through one of your stupid books or something, somehow that fact, dumb as it is, sticks out. And it is horribly dumb.
It's amazing to me, this absolute need they have to tie everything. There's 100 billion trillion beings in the fucking galaxy. And I know that we're really only focusing on the ones who are bothering to fight the Empire. But, like, I thought it was acceptable but pointless that Django had to show up. Who gives a shit if it? And another thing about bounty hunters that always drove me nuts. Nobody actually hunts any fucking bounties. There was one bounty anybody ever heard of.
Han Solo.
And that's it. Every other time you read about a bounty hunter, they're just mercenaries. They're not hunting anybody. They're not going for... They're just jobbers, man. So it kills me that they say they're bounty hunters. I mean, he's just like... I was a bounty hunter in Star Wars Galaxies.
That's true.
And I hunted down motherfuckers.
Did you ever catch Han Solo?
No. They never did put a bounty out on Solo in the game.
You did fight a
I would have gone for it, but he would have shot me dead in about 3.2 seconds. I'd have gone, hey, it's Solo! Swing!
What was the most famous character you actually fought in that?
Nobody. They never
They never put
allowed
anyone?
that.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Drove me nuts. You could, if you did something stupid, like walked up to Vader and slapped him, he would kill you. But it wouldn't be a fight. I mean, it'd be like instant death. I mean,
Okay.
you would be on the floor in an eye blink, and on the text chat it would just say, Vader killed you. That's it. Not he inflicted 300 points of damage to you. Nothing. It's just you're dead.
That's very bad.
I used to walk around pimp slapping stormtroopers when I was a colonel
Right.
in the Imperial Army. So they'd be like, sir, you really shouldn't do that. It's not good for morale to see people get slapped around. I'd slap him again, and it wouldn't matter what I'd actually say. I'd just slap him again.
Did you ever slap a Crimson Guard?
No, I never saw him. I slapped Wedge Antilles.
That's beyond awesome. And he didn't die.
He didn't.
Why? Because that's what he does. I also have some nerd news.
I met them all, but all you could do is talk to them. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't even give you missions. It drove me nuts. So you had nerd news.
Yes, Topless Robot made an announcement about the Ant-Man movie.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I read that just a couple of hours ago.
Now, as you may or may not know, Paul Rudd is
Yep.
going to be playing Ant-Man, which is a fairly interesting choice.
There's a weird thing happening. Well, go ahead. Ant-Man.
But they have just announced
Yes.
another actor
Yes.
in another role. Hank Pym has been cast.
Okay, so we know that Hank is not actually Ant-Man this time around.
Right. Hank
Yeah.
Pym, douche scientist, will be played by, have you seen this?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. And I'm reading this and I'm like, wow. And I didn't think I could hate Hank Pym more. It's like, he finds a way. Hank Pym finds a way to be fucking dickier every day.
It's amazing, isn't
He's
it?
like, he gets up in the morning, brushes his dick teeth, has his dick flakes, and goes out and fucks up my day.
That's terrible. That's just terrible. Dick flakes. They got cream for that, you know.
Yeah, I bet they do. You got to excite them first. But anyway.
Ah!
All right, so it's a motherfucking...
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
It's a motherfucking DC week.
And there's a new trend we're going for because DC was getting so thin.
A trend that you don't even remember.
No, I sure don't. I was putting comics away. I'm like, where's last month's?
Now you know.
Now I know that we get so few DC's, kids, as you should know. We're no longer doing 1 month at a time. We're no longer bothering with merely 1 month at a time during DC's. We're going to go every 2 months. We're going to build it up, so it's going to be a long wait between DC's, but that's all
Not
right.
really, because usually, we miss a week, so it's basically every third week. Like, there hasn't been too much of a delay. Well, the delays have been the holidays, but not because of DC.
Nothing else will change. Nothing else. It's just the frequency of DC's. We're trying to make a better, bigger episode for you. Because the last DC episode we had to bullshit for what, an hour?
Well, I think we doubled last time, too.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we experimented. I don't remember who's responsible for our experiments, but there's 2 number ones this time because we decided to try things.
Which thing? What number ones do we got this year? This month?
Harley Quinn?
This time. Well, that was a joint venture, I would say.
And Justice League 3000.
That is a solid Brev request right there.
No, I think that was you.
I didn't give a shit about it.
Giffen and
Once
Well, once you read it, no.
No, once I heard McGuire wasn't going to do the art, I'm like, I don't give a shit. What the fuck should I care?
It's still Giffen.
You got to have the triumvirate, man.
Come on. You read them when Hughes was on it? You read them when Bart Sears was on it?
Yeah, but that was, that was momentum at that point. That was inertia, really.
Goddamn inertia.
But I didn't get any further, so it doesn't really matter.
No, these were experiments. But yeah, it's a fairly decent-sized DC issue. But I am going to take a station identification break while I respond to work.
Oh, work again.
I'm very popular.
Pause. So now that we've drained the lizard,
Right.
You got any other macho fucking euphemisms for urination you want to try?
No, I'm all set with that depth of character. What is first on the DC agenda?
today we're talking about the 4th issue of Superman Unchained, which I don't know how that came out of me just now.
No, I'm all set. Did we read 3? I have no recollection.
I
of
really
3.
don't remember if we got 3 or not, man. I'm telling you. This is not good, because this is Snyder and is forgettable enough where we can't even tell if we didn't read something he wrote.
Well, I hate Wraith.
Wraith is terrible. People have to stop naming things Wraith.
Evil Superman. Am I a kryptonite? Am I a future Superman? Like, I don't care.
Well, I don't know if he really comes across as evil. He's definitely a tool of the government, but he doesn't...
I'll kill you if they ask me to. It kind of rolls in the evil, but it's like dog stink. It's rolling around in some filth.
It's the I got a fucking job to do thing, is really...
If the government tells me to take you out, Clark, I will do so. But in the meantime, let me show you this cool thing I can do with my powers that you haven't figured out yet.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it harder for you to get... Wraith, you're no fun at parties. So, why is Lex Luthor playing with fucking dolls?
I don't fucking know. Lex Luthor, of all people, should not be... Even if they're action figures and not dolls... Lex is not the kind of guy that needs to be, doing this shit. And it's not really... It's origami.
Yeah, it's really, origami dolls. Great.
Which is so much better, because it's a sophisticated Japanese foreign thing. No.
He has somehow kidnapped Jimmy Olsen, which at least Boy Hostage is making an appearance again. If not in Batman...
There's something to be said for tradition.
Yep. New 52, same Jimmy Olsen. Hey, let me go. Come on, I'm a Superman's friend. Let me go.
Title? New 52, old Jimmy Olsen. Now, isn't in the other books he's supposed to be rich out of nowhere?
You know what? That book was so fucking bad. I'm going to wait till I get to that one. In this one, he's Jimmy Olsen, pal jackass. And,
which is what he's supposed to be.
Yep, Luthor has captured him. Meanwhile, Superman is being attacked by the Ascension robots of Russian origin.
Right.
That fire sun bullets that hurt him and...
Which I don't like the concept
lead
of
armor, so he can't...
No, wrong, bad.
No, it was lead armor. Right? I'm not kidding.
What? No, it's wrong that should be created.
Oh, I see. Okay.
No, I don't agree with somebody thinking up this kind of shit.
By the way, this is a terrible concept. Like, just as a basic, the main fault of Superman is that making new villains is so hard because he's Superman. It just fucks him up. But if we're going to establish that, oh, hey, robots can fuck him up, I feel like you've missed the boat on what Superman is.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, oh, here's the new Superman. Oh, by the way, he can be taken out by... Like, magic was the big bitch move in the 90s.
Yes.
It's like, oh, when... Superman just punches everybody in the face and they fall down. Like, this is a very short series.
Satana things.
Right. You know what we need is another magician.
Yeah, that's it.
Motherfucker. Magicians were like fucking Superman's Punisher.
Screaming
they were
Mimi
everywhere in the
the
90s.
fuck she was.
The Silver Banshee.
That's the one.
She actually has been around for a while. That was I'm not sure if she started out, but she definitely made an appearance in the Byrne ones.
Yeah, she did, but I don't think she did a whole lot in between the two. Telling you, I don't think so. Because I barely recognized her at all when there was somewhere in '94 I picked up an issue and like, who is this crazy Harley Quinn black and white motherfucker? Oh yeah.
But yeah, so if we're gonna just establish that all you gotta do is build a robot to shoot him and it hurt, like
yeah.
If robots can shoot Superman, I feel like Metallica is going to be the fucking #1 supervillain of all.
It fits, So all you got to do is, just make it. You can't see through lead, and you can't deal with light. Red light anyway. So you just shoot him with red light, man. No, man, that's fucking stoner reasoning right there.
Yeah, no. And then meanwhile, Lois Lane's been in a plane crash where she and some dying guy share memories of the Dark Crystal or whatever fucking dumbassness.
Yes, Dying Guy 2347. Mysterious Dying Guy, number 2347.
Dude, basically Lois Lane is experiencing Green Lantern's origin.
She is.
There's a plane crash, a dying guy hands her an alien artifact.
And then she has to go deal with it. And it's like, what?
Green Lois! Which will be a new book from the new 52.
No. I will not buy Green Lois.
I'm actually shocked that
there's a Green
Lois
Lois?
Lane didn't get a power ring when they're handing out colors willy-nilly.
What would you have chosen for?
Lois Lane, what would...
I mean, think about the only thing I can't really see anything but green. She's not going to scare people. She's not particularly greedy.
No,
she's
greedy,
not dead.
Right,
She's
so
not a
Black's
perfect paragon of kindness and light.
Oh, she's not blue.
the
We
white
know
man.
this.
She's not.
Purple.
She's pretty hopeful.
Not really. I mean, think about Sam Lane in her childhood. Like, she's
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
like-
yeah. Compassion? Maybe.
Oh no, sorry. That's those are serial killers. The Star Sapphires. What?
Love.
Yeah, no, she could have gotten. She could have been a Star Sapphire.
Nah.
She could have been a Red Lantern.
Rage? Lois?
Think about it. She has a lot of anger towards everyone. That's why she's a good reporter. She's a bulldog. She attacks everything. She fights with everyone at first.
Well, I just saw that as being willful.
But think about it. She's a woman in a man's job. Clark got all the scoops. You could turn that into rage pretty easily. At her father, at Superman, at Clark, at Perry, at Jimmy Olsen for being annoying fuck.
Well, I don't know about Perry, because she really kind of...
All right, fine. Take Perry out of it. You can at least see an argument for it.
I mean, he likes to yell at her and stuff, but he knows she's going to get the job done, so it's really just fucking with her.
I mean, to be fair, well, no, she angry at Perry because Clark got like, Clark's off in Istanbul again. Go cover the cake show. Fucking Perry and
that didn't happen that often.
But the fact that it happened at all.
No.
Who's the better reporter? Who wrote about himself every time?
Oh, she's totally the better reporter. She's Pulitzer Prize material up in this motherfucker. Damn, look at that go. Look at that shit.
But the point being...
God damn.
Well, I mean, they would never made her a Red Lantern because no one wants to see Lois Lane vomit on a regular basis.
Yeah, especially vomiting blood.
Yeah.
You know, so that's not going to happen.
We're filth puppets aside. I'm just saying.
Filth puppets? What?
I make shit up. But
yes,
yeah,
you
so Green Lois, the fucking origin of the Lane Lantern, or the Lane Turn. Green Lantern.
That sucks. Somebody's going to love that coming out. Somebody's going to steal that in about 4 seconds after this episode's published. Whatever. So that's what happens in that fucking book.
Now, are you still doing that one, or?
No, I think that should be on 5 by now. At least, you know.
There's only one there. Well, like I said, I don't think we got 3, so it seems to be haphazardly ordered.
Yeah.
But you do, sometimes with books you don't really love, it's hard to remember if you're trying to give them a shot or not.
Yeah, well, you know, you look at that list over and over again, and you look down at that number at the bottom, and you're like, fuck.
207 comics, what the fuck?
So occasionally I just go, you know what, I can deal with this one at some other point. This is probably best left for trade material, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to give Superman, Wonder Woman its fair shake. And I'm not doing very well with that.
Superman punches a god in the face and fucks him up.
That was great. I did enjoy that immensely. Apollo's just like, well, you're simply immortal.
And he slaps him.
Didn't
and
you know we're gods, little
To be
man?
fair, Superman gets slapped and he goes flying. Like Apollo is a full-on god. But then Apollo, being an egotistical god, is like, oh, I'm the god of the sun. Let me hit you with a full-on sun. Superman, you don't really know my powers very well, do you? You have not done your research.
You are not the god of wisdom.
I'm about to club you like a baby seal at a fucking whack-a-mole game. You are 7 levels of fuck, sir. Badoom!
That's pretty funny. But the whole point in going and meeting Apollo to begin with was that they needed better weapons because things are leaking from the Phantom Zone.
Which is just fucked. Like,
Yeah.
really, you know, if we're going to create a fucking fantasy zone to keep evil bitches Like, it better be airtight.
Yeah, you think? that shit better be unfucking breachable. And now just Doomsday and Zod out of nowhere are just like, hey fellas, I'm here. What you got going on? I don't get it. That was 2 though.
It is fucked up too, though. Like, and this is the lack of subtlety of the New 52. It's like, oh hey, let's have things leak out of the Phantom Zone. Oh, what are you thinking? Doomsday and Zod. Really? You want to go for the 2 largest Superman
Right off the bat,
Yeah,
just like that.
We can't build up slowly or anything. Oh hey, here's Doomsday. By the way, in the same issue, here's Zod.
What?
Also, I did enjoy the fact that fucking Diana had the moment where Doomsday basically just thumps the piss out of her, and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" And it was a much call. Like normally, something hits Diana, and if it hurts, she's like, "I will beat you because I'm an princess." This time, she's like reflecting, like, "That fucking sucked. What the hell was that? Where the hell did he come from?"
And I did enjoy that too. That little bit of characterization was fine. I had no problem with that.
So that's what I'm saying. A solid enough issue, and the introduction of Zod fucking a bunch of people up for no reason, confusingly. Opens up to the next issue. In the next issue, you find out it's because he's gone batshit crazy by leaking out.
Yes. This issue slowed way down for me, though. And I was kind of like, aren't you guys paying attention? Because even though Clark doesn't necessarily have to breathe in the New 52, he's still not speaking to someone in a vacuum. Because there are no fucking sound waves perturbed by air, or vice versa, that is. That's physics for you. You can't have sound without air. It's impossible. It's not going to fucking happen. That guy is beating a zombie to death with his prosthetic leg.
Well, that's because he tried to bite it. No, the science levels are pretty rough.
He's terrible. Snyder is terrible with science, dude. He is absolutely terrible with it. I don't care how super he is. He's not making noise in space without a respirator. I mean, it's not happening. So, but each of these 2 are taking relationship advice from people maybe they shouldn't really be taking relationship advice from. I'm not entirely certain Bruce really has anything awesomely smart to say. I mean, he let his girlfriend get slammed into a piano or whatever the fuck it was, for fuck's sake.
To be fair,
the pianist chick. She got
it's
killed.
not like Clark has a lot of people he can go to, but like, I'm dating one of the hottest women ever. Who do I talk to? Oh, the guy who dates every hot woman ever.
You'd think that would be the smart way to go, but Clark should know that that's just a cover. Clark should know he doesn't give a shit about these girls.
But he dates them, and I'm pretty sure that Bruce is. It's not like it may be a cover, but he's slipping into said cover on a nightly basis.
He's living under the covers.
Exactly. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm going to date 42 supermodels. Like, no one has ever implied that this Batman was chaste. Okay? It's like, no, don't touch me. It's strictly for...
That's not what I was implying.
My beard is not... No. Despite, Robin's ridiculous outfit over the years, the implication has never been that Batman did not, pick of the fruit of the loins, as it were.
Wow. So...
And Franco goes in where the others have been.
I don't know anything about Hesha, though, so, the advice she gives, I guess, is solid enough.
Yes, because historically, any friend of Wonder Woman's, not good with men.
Yeah.
But this had the phenomenal moment where the Justice League of America finds Zod fucking up Arabs or tribesmen or...
Bedouins, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know what they were.
I'm not really sure. The language barrier was rough on me, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, and so they send their assault team of Steve Trevor, Captain I've got no fucking powers, Hawkman, the Martian Manhunter,
yes!
and Vibe.
I was so happy to see John Jones back in action.
You know what was interesting about it?
Vibe can go eat a dick.
Hey, Vibe did best.
He did work out well, and I'm thinking that is a... contrived little bit of fucking storytelling there.
I did love and this is why I kind of like this book, because the Martian Manhunter's like, this is a terrible plan. Like, this guy's really fucked up. Like, we should be calling bigger people. Like, no. John, it'll be fine. Vibe, shake him. Then John, go punch him a bunch. So John goes in there and, fire. And Zod just fucks him up. But this isn't the best part for me. The best part is when Dillhawk flies up, hits him with his mace, and Zod just turns slightly. And you see Hawkman, you can literally see his eyes, and he's, oh, fuck, I've got a mace. This isn't going to do anything. Yes.
This is going to be insufficient.
Flying and hitting people with a big metal rod is not as helpful as I thought it was.
So, I'm not 100% convinced, but it's got... Charles Soule is doing some stuff that's worth noting. And I think I could probably deal with the trade on that. Or maybe even, wait till it goes down in digital and get it like that.
No, well, you
that
haven't
way,
needed
if
to
I
try
do
something.
end up hating it, I
You
don't have to find a way to give it away.
But it is a fun book. There are some clever ideas. There are two really bad things, though. One, I'm going to give you the gift of time, Clark. Okay, that's just
the teensiest bit cheeseball.
not to mention a straight ripoff of Astro City.
Yeah!
Straight
I
ripoff.
totally forgot about that.
And then secondly, as if that's not bad enough, Zod. And they haven't done anything with the character. That's fine. I'm not anti-Zod by any stretch of the imagination. But really, I escaped from the Phantom Zone. Oh, well, here, let me put you in the zoo to hang out until...
Yeah, where did that come from? I didn't get that at all. The
You
zoo?
know,
Really?
if I were Clark and I've researched the Phantom Zone, which he has, I feel... Well, who knows if he has any.
Well, Clark, you got to figure he did. He wants to know about his planet. He's had years to figure it out.
These are not nice people. It's not like there's a whole bunch of fucking farmers hanging out in the we lost the entire lost colony of Roa Croatoan.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the Phantom Zone is filled with
The
fucking
good people of Virginia are not gonna...
saints and fucking Krypton Smurfs. No, it's space douchebaggery goes to the Phantom Zone. So when the guy shows up, I've missed Kryptonians. Maybe you should not be, and particularly when the first one was Doomsday, the guy who comes out second should not get a pass of, I'm sure he's fine. Doomsday is death. Oh, but General Zod is a jolly, happy-go-lucky fellow who enjoys playing Go Fish.
It's terrible. I didn't see how that was going to work. And I'm like,
So I thought that was some giant assholes.
You're kind of with me, and I'm kind of not with you. It's like, all right, fine. What are you going to do? You want to say anything more about that?
No, I'm good.
Good. Let's go back to Batman. Batman 25 with the insanely, Metallica-esque black cover. Oh, wow. What the fuck is a static bond tire? I'm like, Scott, you need to just stop making shit up, okay? Tough tires is good enough, okay? This isn't Larry Niven science fiction. You don't have to fucking come up with weird shit all the time. Just
Hi,
say-
kids. This
just
is
say
Dr. T.
bulletproof-
O'Mara with your your comic science moment. For the record, magic tires that climb walls and drive ceilings are fucking stupid. This has been Dr. T. O'Mara with your comic science moment.
Just call them magic. I don't give a shit. It's just...
Oh, they're Kryptonian
Stop it with
tires.
this shit.
Superman brought them back from Krypton. They were small in Kandor, and he blew them up and put them in my car so I could fucking drive through space and time and juggle fire. And
Now, I'm pretty sure that once Gordon starts doing this investigation into this bizarre murder, I'm pretty sure that we're setting up a Poison Ivy thing.
yes, no, and one of the things I hate about the New 52,
Yeah.
and I hate it, I get that they're reestablishing things.
Yeah.
But when you bring in a character I know is evil, it's like, oh, there's Pamela Isley. Oh, I think she cared more about the plants than the guy who turned. By the way, that was the most deformed, fucked up looking, horrible. Your bones grow to the point where you become a dead monster. Ugh, yuck. Blech. But when no. At no point am I sitting there like, oh, hey, Pamela Isley. I wonder if she'll be evil.
No. This kind of story in the New 50... Well, this kind of story now in 2000. Well, this was published in 2013, but this is all for the new guys, man. People like us, we know she's going to go bad. We've had a special lenticular cover showing us that she was bad. We already know she's going to go bad. So giving us a story now where it's like, could she go bad?
She's been bad.
It's
She's
not
bad
really
in
helping
every
us.
Harley Quinn fucking... She's already been bad. Like, Poison Ivy has shown up.
Yeah, so what's the point of this story?
None. Nothing whatsoever. Not
Well,
that-
actually, wait. This is the early days of Bruce. This is zero year. I forgot about that.
Not...
25.
yeah, but 26 is the same storyline.
I guess they didn't mark it, but it is the same story. They didn't mark it, but it is still 0 year. So it ends up being the same. I don't know why they stopped marking it, but whatever. So, yeah, they do have to establish that Ivy's going to be a terrible person, but really?
It's just, have one conversation with everyone. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Poison Ivy, villain. Done. Next. Ba-da. Ba-da-da-da. Not difficult.
It's so bad.
I've never edited shit. I could figure that out. And I have lived a very unedited life. Let's be fair.
I'm getting... This storyline has to finish, because I'm getting tired of uppity, fucking, in-your-face, I'm so sick of everyone else because nobody else is good Bruce Wayne. He pulls out this shit on Lucius. He pulls this shit on Gordon. There's all kinds of terrible things that he's acting toward people. He's just burning bridges left and right. And somehow we're supposed to believe that he rebuilds them later? Jim Gordon would be like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Gordon.
Jim Gordon is cop of all cops. He's not going to take your shit, rich boy.
No, I keep waiting for the part where Gordon decks him.
I'm telling you. It's so bad. And Harper and Cullen kind of have a glimpse. That was neat. As kids, as babies. Yeah. So that was like, all right, but you're still not doing what I want you to do with Harper, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Dad's an asshole. I fix lamps.
Imagine that.
And you're not as scared of the dark as we thought you were 4 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Dr. Death is the most fugly looking.
Personally, I call him Bone Bitch. But
not to mention, why on earth? I already fucking hate Dr. Death. Why do we have to make him worse?
Yeah, what's the point of that?
Come on.
He's still around, and he still has Bruce and Lucius captive in 26. I don't know what Capullo is using for reference material, but that's not actually the jet engine it appears to be. Now, let me tell you why I know this. Not because I'm a fan of jet fucking engines. Not because...
Because I hate them bitches. Jet engine stole my girl, killed my dog. Hate them bitches.
That's not it.
No, I know. Would have been cool, though.
It's because I actually fix the computers of people who design fucking jet engines.
Oh, good point. You've seen some cool shit.
Yes! Just last Friday. I helped a woman install a new piece of design software, and the first thing she did was open up the 3D computer-assisted design app and opened up a model of a new Pratt & Whitney fucking engine.
Nice. See, that's just cool.
And it was awesome. So I know that Capullo didn't look this shit up when he drew this engine that he used to blow Bone Bitch or whatever the fuck he was across the room.
But dude, Dr. Death, you can't fucking find... Well, I mean, it's DC giving me what I asked for and fucking me with it. Give me a villain that's not one of the 4 major ones. They're like, hey, how about Dr. Death? It is what I asked for, and yet it is so not what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas presents from your grandmother. It's like you got the basic concept, and you fucked up the execution. Something goddamn horrible.
And one last science thing. Teeth are not bones.
But duh!
Yes, they are largely both made of calcium. But teeth are not self-replicating. You can't break a tooth and have it heal.
Not to mention, and we finally have Lucius Fox making an appearance in New 52 as King Badass Science Guy.
Like usual.
But this, the Gordon thing, and then the whole, oh, by the way, Gordon, I know you're crooked because you picked me up when my parents died and drove me. Like, Clark, Bruce, I'm not 200 years older than you. Like, when did we rewrite this shit? That I'm Grandfather Gordon. It's just,
It's so over. It's getting convoluted and over. There was no reason. Gordon wasn't even in fucking town when that happened to the Waynes. Jeez, because they put it in a movie, they got to throw it in here now.
You know what is killing me too is
he was in fucking Chicago. Who remembers that?
Anyone who read a decent Batman story called Year One. Plus, this drive, like, the whole point of the 52 is to make it unconvoluted, and it's so fucking on top. It's so incestuous and on top of each other that it's more confusing. The Court of Owls alone, or the Talons, Owl Talons.
That alone made itself just like, okay, let's have a maze.
Bah, bah, bah. I go for beer now.
One moment, kids, while we replenish stores.
Schwarzenegger basically out Stallone.
He did. I remember that.
Yes, well, the last stand is, well, Stallone's having a resurgence. Here's my attempt.
He's just getting too old. Look at him. He looks like he doesn't even look human anymore. He looks like a fucking...
No, he does look human. That's the problem.
No, his
like,
face.
Look at him. He
alone.
turns, and his shoulders don't take up the entire screen. Like, if you took off the incredibly ridiculous
he looks like a
Schwarzenegger haircut...
ventriloquist monkey right now. Dummy. Ventriloquist dummy.
Dude, I totally want to go to a ventriloquist monkey show. Oh, my God. Chee-chee! Look, his lips didn't move. Fuck off. Really? All right, come on.
Actually, you know what he looks like? He looks like Clint Eastwood and the ventriloquist dummy got mixed up. That's what he looks like.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Look
now.
at him.
Clint Eastwood and Charlie McCarthy's illegitimate love child.
He's overly bronzed. He's wrinkly. He's squinting all the time.
He looks like Jack LaLanne. Leave it alone. What's the next book?
Go. Some of my favorites of all fucking time. The Batman Black and White series.
Did you like the first one? Because I never read it.
I did. I enjoyed it immensely.
I feel like I had read... I actually have all four of the Grendel Black and White Reds.
Yeah?
They did back then. But I feel like the problem with this series is that just so many people have already done Batman short stories and this and that, and you've even had the book that's all basically Batman online short stories.
Yeah, Legends, the new Legends of the Dark Knight.
You're trying so hard to get a new take on the same thing again and again and again.
Sometimes it doesn't succeed.
In 4 pages, no less.
It's really difficult to condense a Batman story down that small. It really is. But the first one, rule number 1, was a pretty decent Robin training story, I thought.
I like the fact that basically... I mean, I love the art, obviously. Bermejo is a phenomenal artist.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the kid stealing the bike at the end. Ooh, big spoiler in the 3-page story. It was kind of funny. My favorite thing about it, though, was the Batman fucking with him part. Like,
yes.
What's rule 1? What's rule 1? There are a lot of rule 1s. Fuck.
That was amusing to me.
So I did enjoy that.
Now, the other thing... the next thing I should say. There was several in this book. The next thing. Yeah, right. There's only 2 stories in the whole fucking book. The next thing was Hall of Mirrors, which, to me, I felt that it was just this kind of trippy mood piece. There was no fucking story. It was seemingly all in Bruce's head with this giant, like, acid fucking vision he's having. Am I wrong?
No, it was, which isn't a terrible thing, but A, it's been done too often, and B, this was like this image pop style art.
Yeah, that was a little bit different.
And each villain had a page, and like the Scarecrow with the huge gappy teeth, and the Two-Face where one side is Two-Face's Harvey Dent's half, and the other side of the page is Two-Face's half.
No, it was not innovative. It was interesting, but it was not. It was not innovative.
And then it wasn't even a thing. It was like a dreamy sequence before he walked down spiraling staircase with Alfred.
Right. Innocent Man.
Well, that's Marv Wolfman.
Yes, Marv Wolfman finally comes back. He does a little bit. He's never done a whole lot of Batman. He never had some grandiose run like
which
a lot
I'm a little
of people
surprised
have.
by.
A teeny bit, yeah.
You'd think the Teen Titan guy would have been able to get the Batman book at some point.
You'd have hoped anyway. But this one is a weird little bit on just how far Joker will go to manipulate bats.
I love this. I'm almost frustrated that this was a short story. This would have been a phenomenal 3-part Shadow or Legend.
Yeah. That would have fit in really well.
Oh my god. Like the Joker basically goes to prison while Batman thinks he's going to be executed for a crime he didn't actually commit. He just set up so that Batman, at the end, has to free him when he reveals a key fact that changes everything. Oops. Like, so fucking good.
It really was. I enjoyed it immensely. But it was weird, because you're like, all right, what's the real point here? What's this point? Why did he say that? It did keep you guessing, and that is what a good story is going to do anyway.
It was rushed. Like, this was the only one out of both, because we have 3 and 4. This is the only story, actually, I've seen out of Batman Black and White this time, that really made me like, fuck, I want that to be larger.
Yeah.
So, DC, for not giving Marv Wolfman a Batman book ever, fuck you. Like, come on. Want that. What did... Tomb of Dracula is what brought me to comics, and that's a Marv Wolfman fucking masterpiece.
And there we go. It always comes back to
Tomb of Dracula. As it should.
I hated Namtab, though. It was this, let's have a joint and talk about how words work fucking routine.
Yeah, it was not my idea.
I don't give
Here's
a
my
shit.
space partner. No, I didn't like that at all. The art style was a little interesting.
When they were done with this, let me ask you before you finish that sentence. Okay, I don't mean to fuck with you. When they were done with this fucking writing this story, did they pop on Star Trek and try to figure out which little white dot was going to turn into the fucking Enterprise?
I can honestly say that I can't, like, I know there's an alien partner. I didn't care about any of this. However, the artist gets full credit because the backwards Batman splash page opener was phenomenal looking.
Great.
I was like, damn, that is retro and awesome and cool. And nothing else lived up to it.
I enjoyed that.
It's like, fuck yes, and then a whole bunch
and
of,
the rest of it is
pull the
like,
brakes.
stop, cut it out, stop. Pots.
Let my people go!
Now, Role Models was actually a pretty decent one.
Well, that's from...
That's the one. We're
4,
still.
right?
This is all still in 3.
Oh, good God. Which one is Role Models?
Role Models is the one where the kidnapped kid escapes.
Oh, the
only
playground.
To meet, Harley and Ivy, who, of course, kicked the shit out of him.
I did like that. Again, it was very quickie, but this deserved to be quickie. This one I did enjoy. Playground was a little too close to Funland, the serial killer from Sandman, but I did enjoy every aspect of that. And the part where Batman is like totally frustrated.
Yes.
But at the end, he's not really, because it's like, well, they were heroic.
I'll leave you alone this time.
It's like, fine, I'm doing the 3rd member of your trilogy anyway, so how angry can I get with you two?
Which leads us into 4.
Now, is your favorite thing about 4 the cover?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's as far as I got. An Amanda Conner cover, very simplistic, mildly using negative space and spotting black.
Oh no! God!
You know I was going to pull some
I was waiting for
shit out of it.
Waiting.
I don't know what any of those phrases I just used means.
No, it's a very stark and
the fuck is
appealing
negative
black and white
space?
cover. If this were a print, how quickly would you own it?
35 seconds. The first story, I didn't write the titles down on any of this shit this time because I was like, I'm writing, my hand hurts, fuck you. The first one, whatever it was a neat and tidy little story, a little too neat and tidy. It just kind of happened, and
what was it about?
Ghost of Gotham.
Oh yeah. Actually, this one really irked me. Like, the art was amazing, and it was the Batman versus an Invisible Man.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
A should have been cooler, and B, he doesn't even catch any. He catches the guy who didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, I thought I heard 2 feet. Batman doesn't think he heard 2 feet after he catches the wrong guy. No, fuck no. Robin does that shit. Wait, I think I caught an innocent man.
Who is that?
Batman does not do that.
I like her. Anyway, yeah, so that was kind of like, whatever, guys. Come on. I did like Ken Rockfort's unfinished pencils, though. Woof.
No, the art was awesome.
Those were great.
I really like the art of it. And, again, Batman versus an Invisible Man. Like, that's your, like, a classic retro feel. Like, could have been a cool Elseworlds or a nice two-parter. Like, I like the concept of this. I just felt, it didn't go anywhere. Ghost of Gotham.
That's Jamie Alexander. That's why I like her so much. That's Sif.
Oh, okay. What are the odds?
How you doing? Well, she is an actress. She's going to be in movies.
That makes sense, right?
So story 2 was T-minus party. Time minus party, tea party, Jervis Tetch. Very clever, Mr. Allred.
I love Mike Allred. I did like this story, and I hate the gimmick ending.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I smelt your seaweed cigarettes. No, you didn't. Fuck
seaweed cigarettes, huh? Okay.
Nope,
whatever.
awful.
No.
But the fact that the Mad Hatter has a plan, and the Penguin's like, this is a stupid plan. So I'm going to take advantage of it,
Yeah.
hack into your hackneyed hat fucking cyber crime.
Yeah, the Penguin actually shows some fucking competency there.
Well, that's when you write the Penguin well, like the way they've turned him into, because the old Penguin, like, oh, I'm going to rob this bank and fire penguins at people.
Burgess Meredith says you're a dillhole.
Burgess Meredith says, write the Penguin better. But no, when they make him Machiavellian,
I love doing the South Park voice with that.
When they make him the thinker and the criminal's criminal,
he is a much fuller character.
That's when he's
much more fun to read.
You know, when he's just like, I'm gonna rob this bird museum. No, well, fuck no, you're not right.
Whatever, Chesterfield.
Oh my God, someone got away with our amazing hawk statue. Whatever. Who gives a rat's ass? Fuck off, Penguin.
It's terrible, isn't
No,
it?
but so I love, and you had the whole time the Hatter's sitting there thwarted by his own hat. Like, I enjoyed the shit out of that. But the seaweed cigarettes.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
No.
Why would he? No one on the planet has ever smoked seaweed cigarettes.
You know what? I went to high school.
I smoked for 20 some odd years.
No, but I went to high
would've
school with a
smoked
couple dudes that
seaweeds.
probably tried it. Different kind of smoking, same concept.
Seaweed, if seaweed could get you high, we'd be all up in.
Who would know?
Look, the beach is 5 minutes away.
I'm just saying, I'm sure somebody's
You want
tried
to
it.
go find some kelp and
Somebody,
experiment?
they're like, look, it's from nature.
And we all know that nature
Things
is
from nature.
perfect.
Burgess Meredith says, smoke seaweed, kids.
Burgess Meredith says nature is good.
Jesus H. Christ. Anyway.
So then there's Dustin Wynn's Long Day.
Dustin Nguyen.
Win.
I know. No,
Which is, that was fun. After a long night of average beating on average criminals, no supervillains, no Clayface, no, oh my God, the fucking city's going to die. It's just simple crime, and he goes and hangs out with Selena.
It was a very basic hackneyed thing, and not in a bad sense. Hackneyed is a mean word for it, but you've read this, like the long night of Batman punching criminals all night long, and then hanging with Alfred or Robin, or it's but again, he's an amazing artist. It looked great, and it's a solid everyday. What came after that? The Cheeks Galloway? Was that next?
The what? Cheeks Galloway? Was that the guy's name?
The artist who did the cartoony one?
Oh, no. Oh, the next one is Even in the Darkest Moments. Ruben Pelleiro.
Oh, God, no. Oh,
yes, this is the one where he's hunting down Croc, and he meets this vet with a story, which is a kind of incomplete and unsatisfying and barely logical story.
This is your classic Neil Adams freaking... I already made fun of Neil Adams in this series for what he did, but this is your classic Neil Adams. Like, I'm a totally sane vet who's just hanging out in the sewers till the stock market picks up and I can return to my old career. Wait, what? No, what? No!
No, he was a lawyer. There was no reason he should ever be out of work.
3 tours, and I decided I'd just hang out here. And then...
so go get your bar exam done again and
2
go back to
pages
work.
of mouse saving.
That I found a little silly.
I'm like, no, take your 70s crap and go. No, and no. I just defended Tomb of Dracula, and I'm telling you no.
No, they really didn't think about that.
Oh, my God.
What the guy who wrote this? David Macho, or Macho, or whatever the hell he is. I don't know. It's spelled Macho. He has clearly seen one too many movies where the grizzled veteran can't get a job anymore. But if you left a perfectly good job and joined the service and did your time and left, there's no reason you can't go back to that job. You know, bad economy or not, if you get a small business loan, you open up your own fucking shop. You're a lawyer. That's what you do.
Dude, you have a career. You've got 3 years active duty overseas.
Yeah.
You are not moving into a sewer. That is not that's not the fucking next step.
No, it isn't.
All right? No, that's fucking, I'm an alcoholic Muppet step. That's nowhere near. B is for boozy, and that's good enough for me. No fucking way.
Now, the last one was Missing in Action, and quite frankly, I read it twice, and I tried to write it down, and all I could really come up with was that I didn't get what happened.
This was the Cheeks Galloway one, who's a phenomenal artist, a very retro art cartoon style. This was a lot of fun artistically. It was hard to follow. I can't disagree with that. But he draws, like, Robin was hysterical with the little aspects of stuff. Was that where they were hunting Clark?
I think so.
Yeah, and it was very confusing but awesome.
All right, if you say so, I mean, I'll go with that. So
I love the art style. Somebody else should probably write the next one he draws. So.
Let's take a short trip from the short form back to the long form. Although we're going to take a break because General Wife is
Commodore.
back. Commodore Wife is back. When we get back into it, we'll talk about Dark Knight 25, which unfortunately, at this point in recording, only has 2 issues left.
Oh, that's right, because they're bringing up
Batman Eternal, which to me just says, Batman, go fuck yourself. I don't like the idea of one Bat book being dumped to make way for another. It just just make the one you already got better.
It's just
dumbass.
another number 1.
I mean, just take this one you've had for 2 years and put it in another direction. That's not that hard. You don't need a whole new book for that.
That's true.
We're back.
Wow.
Dark Knight 25. So, Clayface, who apparently is some giant egotistical narcissist, he's not just an asshole. He needs validation of his assholiness.
He breaks out of prison when the mutt that lives next to him dies, so he can't act anymore.
Which is just, really, guys? That's an interesting thing, but I don't know.
Then, as if this is not ridiculous enough, he kidnaps a bunch of people, goes to the Joker to get a diluted Joker venom to make people laugh without dying.
It's amazing, isn't it? And then he just keeps them hostage and as an audience, and it just keep dealing with. I'm gonna keep acting, and you're gonna keep reacting. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you have Batman pulling in the reserves of Black Canary and who's the other dillhole? Azrael?
No, Azrael hasn't shown up again yet. Thank fuck.
Black Condor.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Is there a Black Condor? Black Canary. And come on, speak.
The dead silence of the tech Jedi researching something by flipping through the comic book.
That's why I have you, man. Just fucking speak.
Filler! I'm a dancing monkey apparently.
Okay, stop speaking. I don't know who that guy is.
Here, let me see this thing.
I mean, he doesn't look like anybody I recognize.
Well,
He's
of course
just
not. It's a new 52.
Just kind of loser with a purple helmet. I don't know what the fuck he is. He's purple helmet.
Condor, see?
Oh, just Condor.
So he's Condor Man, the DC superhero the Disney superhero from the 70s.
Oh my God in heaven. I can't believe you brought up Condor Man.
I have a Condor Man comic book somewhere.
I believe every syllable of that.
Do you know who played Condor Man? Do you know that? Remember this?
John Ritter.
Michael Crawford, who went on to fame as the
Really?
Phantom of the Opera.
Wow.
Yes. That is the stupidest fact you're going to have at your disposal this week. But hey, anyway.
I ought to bring that to my sister, and she'll, like, shit a brick, and she's like, no, not Michael!
I wonder if you can find a copy of Condor Man.
Of course you could.
Dude, at Disney, it must be, like, that's got to be like the fucking Disney version of the Star Wars Christmas special, where they're just buying that shit up like, no, we don't know what the fuck you're talking
No,
about.
because then they publish things like the Shaggy Dog. I mean,
Shaggy Dog was phenomenal. Shaggy DA, on the other
Shaggy
hand.
DA was terrible.
Yes.
So
Not
anyway,
everything needs
so
a sequel.
That's they finally figure out how to deal with Clayface effectively forever, and that's to keep him in a heated, melted state.
Yeah, they throw him into a... Batman throws him into a vat to
giant
boil,
boiling vat.
and then they put him into the first crime kiln ever.
That's going to cost a lot of money to keep him incarcerated.
So I kind of went with a
There's
high-low...
Jamie Alexander.
I went with a high-low on this. Like, I thought it was creative, and also almost made up for the horrible, let's just drop a big cage on him plan,
Yes, it did.
because they had a different plan in mind later on. But at the same time, Batman is not going to throw a dude into a vat and see if he lives. Like, that's horribly
Yeah, that's
bad.
not something I see Bats doing. It really
It's
isn't.
like, oh, well, he's made of clay. This might work. Oh, by the way, fire up the crime kiln, Gordon. The Bat kiln.
Are you done with that?
Macrame. No, fuck off with your kiln.
Macrame. I think we should move on to the next fucking issue before you absolutely lose all your goddamn
I'm
marbles.
sorry, dude. Like, pottery, bat pottery? No. I know macrame is not pottery, for the record.
Macrame holds pottery.
Yeah.
Nice link up there. Yeah, so.
Thanks for the salvage. I just picked like some bad 70s art thing. I could have gone Bat Fondue.
I fondue you.
I knew where you were going to go.
Do you fondue? I fondue.
I
fondue you.
There it is. Anyway. Gordon, year one.
Detective 25 features Jim Gordon, good cop on the edge.
This was a fun issue.
I liked it a lot because, you know, Jim needs to have some time to himself in a book. We need to make him a fuller character other than some guy who just, holy crap, that cat shit something out that's going to eat us all.
What?
You can't smell that shit?
No.
Oh, God, wow. I don't even know how far away that is, but I can smell that shit.
But here's the positive side.
The all cat shit episode of the Mean
Again.
Geek.
Your sensitivity to cat shit is a big faux pas in our podcasting. Here's the positive. Jim Gordon, they do something really clever, which is they throw Jim Gordon off a bridge, which is not clever, but he survives. And the whole issue, you think, is because he's tough as fuck, and Batman actually saves him, and they don't show it till the last big splash page.
Yeah.
So that was very cool. It was subtle and was unexpected, so
Right.
that was pretty neat. But again, like, where's the fucking editor? Here you have Jim Gordon fighting crooked cops from day one, and yet in the other Batman book, Jim Gordon, crooked cop. Like,
Yeah, it's like you guys got to make up your minds.
and
man.
these are happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
This isn't like months apart. And then the whole retro thing, you've got Commissioner Loeb being honest but disappointed at being a bad commissioner. Like, what? Yeah.
What you're not seeing, kids, is Rev is pumping his fist like he wants to just smack something here.
It's nonverbal frustration.
It's like fucking a city.
So, just one guy like, hey, what are you doing with Jim Gordon? Oh, we're making him crooked.
What?
Well, that flies in the face of what I'm doing. Maybe we should chat. Have a Gordon cookie and we'll talk it out.
Gordon cookie?
Yeah, it's like, Girl Scouts only Commissioner Gordon.
That is insufficient. Issue 26.
We fly. Well, let's not forget at the end, you have and this was actually the first really clever short story in that it was related to the story, and that you have a guy jump or thrown off the bridge, caught by Francine, the she-bat, or Bat Queen, I believe she becomes in the next issue, and then eaten on the way down. So instead of being saved, it goes horribly awry.
It does.
And then you've got the SWAT cop, who they're building kind of interestingly, dealing with all this, and then slowly turning to the Batman side by getting to work. Apparently all the cops that hate Batman just need to be able to work the signal once, and they're like, cool, I'm in now. Like, if I could play with a giant fucking torchlight.
Keep going. Okay, 26.
So 26 jumps us right back into the Man-Bat, Bat Queen saga.
Which, personally, I have had enough of fucking Kirk Langstrom and his family.
Yeah, no, this is going on for quite a while. I don't care about most of this. Batman it felt like Batman Hulk, really. Like, stay calm. Don't turn to a giant freaky bat thing. On the plus side, instead of giving him a mood stabilizer, poisoning him so when he turns into Man-Bat and bites her, she gets inoculated. Funny, weird, not likely to work ever.
No.
But at least mildly creative.
Well, if Kirk had, venom, that would be one thing. I'm not entirely certain biology would allow just some random injected fluid to just be secreted through the saliva.
Yeah.
Knowing what I am no biologist. However, I like to read medical things. I investigate things when I hear that...
it's like serial killer talk.
A little bit.
I like to read medical things.
And one day it'll become relevant.
The sad part is when you go, nobody, he was such a quiet person. Like, no, we knew. We've been waiting for this day. All your friends are armed.
That's mean, man. You can't mean that. Tell me you don't mean that shit.
Shit, dude.
You're the quiet one, motherfucker. So yeah, and that goes right up with the I had sex with Peter Parker, so I became Spider-Woman.
Yeah, no, toothbrushing. Hi, kids. This is Dr. T.O. Morrow with your comic book science moment. At no point, when you get a shot, will you drool the remnants of it out of your mouths. So next time you get a flu shot, bite away. No one's getting sick. Remember, this has been Dr. T.O. Morrow with your comic science moment.
All right. I'm done with that book. Especially since it's done. So, whatever. If they're not going to put out the effort to at least give us a good ending to this shit and leave us hanging with fucking Bat Queen, then I got nothing to say about this.
Well, you know what? They're resolving the Man-Bat. So, powers to that. I just don't care. I've read way more Man-Bat than I ever wanted to.
Yes. So, let's move on to Batman Superman 5.
Let's not.
We got to. Because I need you to read my summary of 6. Because I absolutely adored the way you pulled that out.
I hate Batman,
Now,
Superman 5 and 6 so much.
5 has the suddenly and weirdly and unexplainedly rich Jimmy Olsen beta testing a fucking video game that somehow, because of a new chip, quote marks, can just magically transport nanocarbon thingies out into the atmosphere anywhere and create anything.
This is absolutely as shitty and horrible as that Cyber Batman story with the...
God, the Grant Morrison thing in Batman Inc.
This is comparably bad. Except this time, I have to turn the book on its side for 2 issues of half splash pages.
Yes.
MASH pages.
And that's not actually easy to read. You have to to do that without potentially damaging the book, you have to sit down at a table and lay the thing down.
Like, I read comics by holding it with both hands.
Yes.
Shockingly enough. So, sitting there like this, like, I hate it.
Absolutely. This whole widescreen format.
The first storyline with the Jay Lee art, like, I couldn't follow enough to really get into, but I kept hoping, and the art style was really interesting, so I gave it a pass. But now, Brett Booth as art, not a bad artist, but I
He's
just
not
kept,
a bad artist at all.
I'm like, Brett Booth, didn't you do the Image Backlash book, like the worst Team 7 member ever? He did, yeah, I believe it. It's like, oh, dang, you couldn't even get on Grifter, for fuck's sake. Image burn.
Take this and read what I wrote for number 6, just the way you read it previously.
You wrote this. I don't know why I have to take responsibility.
Because you make it sound better than I do.
Fuck this widescreen presentation. Fuck video games that make people out of carbon nano fuck-a-majoles from nothing. Fuck Rich Jimmy Olsen. Fuck trying to make video games exciting storytelling. And fuck Greg Pak and this hackwork crap. Dude, you're very angry about so high.
It was a shit book.
No, Batman Super. Now, are we continuing with this one?
No, it's over. Fuck that guy.
Batman Superman just wanted, I wanted World's Finest, but then I kind of got World's Finest, because whenever you go back and read an old issue of World's Finest, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, very rarely am I reading a World's Finest like, yes, I'm so glad I picked this up. No. Wait, Caveman Batman and Future Super? Like, what? Wait, they're nano-sized? Wait, no, that's Batman Superman, but still.
Now, honestly, I do not remember if I finished all of Legends of the Dark Knight 100-page super spectacular.
All right, there's 2 stories here. The first one, Without Sin, is the story of Two-Face's religious conversion.
Yeah. That's correct.
You've got Beardy, the fighting priest.
Right.
And a priest has been murdered, and there's a giant fucking mystery. Now, to be fair, there's some actual real investigation here as Batman tries to figure it out, but you don't get to see any of it. Nothing.
Yeah.
But there's an actual mystery. Two-Faith. I have a lisp. It shows up every now and then. It's very sad. It was very traumatic as a child. Fuck off. Anyway, Two-Face is blamed for the murder of this priest because blood is on one side. One side of the face has been burnt off. However, and this is a neat bit of detection if you're really into Batman, the wrong side was burnt off.
Which seems, that's... That just seems like the I want to get caught, but I'm going to give you an Encyclopedia Brown clue to get me with.
I actually liked it because
you're a huge Encyclopedia Brown fan.
I am. That's true. But I really like the fact that, the idea of Batman's like, look, Two-Face would never burn off the Harvey Dent side. That goes against everything about him. Because it does.
It does.
Fine. Whoever tried to fake this is a whack criminal. And since it was a congressman or a city alderman, which all I know about city aldermen is they're always crooked, apparently.
Yeah, there's
like
this
movies, books, TV. So you say alderman, you're like, oh, that guy's a fuck weasel.
Like Dan. But, which is fine because he doesn't listen to this. So.
Who does? So you
that
have
guy in Canada likes us.
Yeah. McBeardy, the fighting priest, and Batman slowly come to the conclusion Two-Face is not a criminal.
Is that a title? McBeardy, the fighting priest?
But not a bad story, not phenomenal. And then it's followed up with the much shorter Harley Quinn analyzes the Batman to distract Batman.
Oh, yeah, that. And it doesn't work because he knew all along, like
He's
usual.
already captured the Joker, and he basically used it to prove that Harley Quinn is not insane, except she is insane because she's always... They were both passable. Neither of them were so good that I wanted to read 100 pages of this.
Yeah. This was... I'm going to find a way to get my fucking $9.99.
You paid $10 for this?
Well, no, it was DCBS, so it was more like $6.50, but still, I thought, ooh, 100 pages. There's going to be phenomenal, epic shit in here.
Yeah, but they never.
Wow, was I wrong?
How many one shots and big ones? giant sizes big ones. Jesus H. Christ. Oh my God, I'm old.
Well, suddenly you're Jeff.
But do good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. No, it was. Both of them were passable. They were not bad in any way, and it's an interesting read. I did like Batman finding out that taking the coin from Two-Face was a horrible plan.
Yes.
Not my favorite. Like, come on, really?
You're smarter than this, man.
Yeah,
you
like,
can't just do this.
And dude, I just want to collectively group slap all of DC. Batman is smarter than this. Like that's all I want to say. Just a giant whack, maybe 8 for Liefeld, but whap. Batman is smarter than this. Also, Superman, not a dick weasel. These are not big concept people.
It's really not. I mean, I don't care who you're trying to market to. Unless you're marketing to the fucking correctional facility kid, this is not how you...
Nope.
No, come on, man.
Yep.
Reform school boys do not read fucking Superman. They're reading Avatar books.
God help us all. Next on the horizon.
Maybe even Archaea. I don't know. Certainly not Supes. But, the eminently disappointing Harley Quinn #1.
I did not hate this as much as you did.
Well, I'm not even hating it. I'm so utterly disappointed because I was promised laughter.
Were you? It just says Harley Quinn #1. It doesn't say laughter anywhere. It's
Harley Quinn is accepted as a character that is supposed to make you happy.
I don't necessarily agree. Harley Quinn is a Batman character that has inherently become not evil. It's not good, not bad, sort of.
Well, the other thing is you're not looking at the fan community opinions
Oh, fuck no.
that I see. I see a lot of people losing their mind about how amazingly awesome Harley Quinn is, and I cannot see it.
Well, I mean, Mad Love was amazing.
It was good. You think that this is the end-all, be-all of Terry Dodson fucking books, and I thought it was an enjoyable romp. That's all.
You like Ghost. I mean, you know, you say tomato, I say fuck off. I mean, it's totally different
That's
world.
my phrase.
I do, I mean, we both agree that the first few issues of Defenders was the Terry Dodson high point.
Yeah.
I did like Harley Quinn. I like the art. I feel like, you know, I will say I don't really want more of these. Like, I can't lie and be like, ooh, I'm going to pick them up since you're not going. Like, no, I'm not like, oh my God. Oh, hey, I'm your hot midget gang friend. Or the, oh, hey, I'm going to Harley Quinn roller derby enthusiast. Like, how many gimmicks were you going to throw at this, hoping to stay? Like, saving the wiener dog was kind of funny at the beginning.
Yeah, that was amusing. It's definitely in character for her. Absolutely.
My ex-patient gave me a 3-floor house of freaks in...
Dubious at best.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Coney Island, of course. Like, there's a lot of roughness, including, like, oh, hey, you know, you have the entire top floor to yourself, and you get to jump off the ceiling. No. Roof access. No.
She's got to figure out the rent, and that's going to be boring as whale shit. Because you know she's not going to pull off capers for it.
And then the amazingly bad, I'm just going to put people face paint on and go out and get a job with my Harley Quinn degree.
No, you're not.
No. You've been locked up like 307 times.
Yeah, everyone knows who the fuck Harley Quinzel is.
Yeah,
if you think there's not going to be a background check, that's just insanity.
I've never hired a psychiatrist, but I'm pretty sure the one that bangs the Joker is last on that list.
Yeah. And the other thing, and I was hoping that this wasn't true.
What do you
I was hoping that this was a visual aesthetic choice. But it turns out that Miss Quinzel is so wackadoodle over Joker that she actually bleached her skin completely fucking white. her entire goddamn body. And I know there's areas that must have stung quite extensively when she did that
To
shit.
be fair, if you were normal colored and the Joker was on top of you doing something horrible, you'd probably feel awkward. Like maybe if you're all white and he's all white, you can't really tell anymore what's going on.
That is not as far as I took it in my mind. I left it at you're even more wackadoo than I thought. And you actually are trying to match them up aesthetically and
You know,
stop.
Filthy white pumping, like maybe.
Ew on top of ew.
Yeah, but it wasn't terrible or anything. Like, I'm not dying to read more. I did like the earlier series better,
Yeah.
but
Hell, I even liked her in Gotham City Sirens, and nobody liked that book. I mean, it got killed after 17 whole fucking issues.
that's true. All right. Let me go check on
moving
Commodore Wife, and then we'll
Oh
finish
my
up.
god, we got 3 whole books left, man.
Yeah, I'm a married man. I gotta do things.
All right, so you find it. You got me. You convinced me into it. I wasn't going to do it, but I pulled the trigger on Justice League 3000. Let me tell you about Justice League 3000.
What do you got?
You got these 2 wackadoo super geniuses in the far-flung future who reincarnate or clone or whatever the major 5 characters of the Justice League to fight, as they call it, the 5, which seems a pretty foregone conclusion to me that they are yet other versions of Justice Leaguers.
Who knows? There are some really neat ideas at play here, and some really lame ones. The annoying, futuristic Xan and Jaina scientist fucking things piss me off to no end. What I really like, Giffen and DeMatteis don't get enough credit for thought. They are hysterical writers. This is not a funny book. There are a couple of funny lines here or
Right.
there, but the depth that they look into characters and how they interact. Like, you can say all you want about JLA and JLE when they were on it being hysterical. It was some of the funniest books that have ever been written for comics.
Yeah.
Bar none. I will argue with you all day long. And I'm telling you right now, I'll fucking win. That shit is funny. But they're funny for 2 reasons. Because it's not huge comedic moments. There are some of those. But it's small interplay of well thought out and understood character.
Yes, that is an excellent way to put it.
And the cool thing about this book, and the thing that could make it awesome in a different time period,
Yeah.
and a different DC, is that they've really thought about what makes these characters important, and they've taken it away.
Oh.
Because as clones, you've got a Superman who's never been with the Kents and has no idea. Like, Superman, as he exists, and the nice thing is that these guys are ignoring the new 52, and I don't know if that it's immediately clear. They're making their 5 guys based on the DC heroes, not the new 52 heroes. We don't have a dick Superman. We have a Superman who's a clone of the guy Clark Kent, who was Superman. This is Superman who's never been Clark Kent. Clark Kent is a name he's taken on. So he's an arrogant, annoying asshole. You've got a Batman who doesn't know how to work with others, who hasn't lost anything, so he's just an arrogant ass without any real sensitivity. You've got an Amazon who doesn't play well with others. Well, that's actually the same, but now she's kind of a horny, unpleasant bitch.
It's all true.
And you've got a Flash, and they've taken away the speed field, so you've got the already paranoid, although this feels more like Wally West than Barry Allen.
A little bit.
Because Barry Allen was never that nervous.
No. He was very confident.
And the Green Lantern really doesn't matter. Like, they don't apparently everyone hates Green Lanterns. That's the entire character arc this guy has.
Yeah.
And he's got a cloak instead of a ring.
Which is kind of like, huh, okay.
But yeah, they just don't build off. Maybe they will in later issues, but whereas the top 3 they've really thought out really well, and the Flash they're doing something interesting with, where he could die if the force field fails.
Yeah.
But the Green Lantern, they don't show enough in the first issue.
Not yet.
But this
It's hard to tell if they just kind of ran out of time or if they just will take care of it later or what.
But this is really thought out and interesting comic writing. On the downside, instead of Kevin Maguire being amazing, you've got the amazingly talented Porter. But there's a moment. I want you to open this book because you're the art guy.
Yeah.
It's about 7 or 8 pages in where Wonder Woman is smashing something.
Wonder Woman is smashing something a few pages in.
Yep.
I'm
And
getting there.
Look at her face.
I hate that face.
Not that one. That's a
that
little more
one's terrible,
classically
too.
Porter. No, wait till you get to the one.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, the, oh, God.
That looks like Simeon friggin' She-Hulk on a 3-day bender.
Yeah, and the colorist didn't do a great job setting aside the gold of the whatever the fuck she's wearing, the half mask tiara.
Maybe it's a coloring thing, maybe it's an inking thing. Because
It
Porter
really
is very
makes
talented.
the face look a lot worse than it probably is. But it's terrible as it stands.
But I don't think I'm going to keep up with this. I don't think you're going to keep up with this. But there's a lot
I'm not
of
gonna
depth
bother.
of thought to that book. And I know that your first reaction is like, I don't fucking care about these people. I think you should go back, reread it, and look at really like the level that they're thinking about what makes them heroes.
I can see where you're coming from.
On the other hand, however, if you could pick a worse time to make 5 alternate versions of the superheroes than the giant event where the crime syndicate is out,
Yeah, they seem to take away from each other. You know, I mean, we've already got pseudo parallel bad versions of everything, just like you're saying.
Yeah.
So why right now? They can't be trying to capitalize on that specifically, can they?
no, this is one hand fucking the other hand. Like, this is just bad plan. This could have been a really interesting book, but when you've got 52 DC books, this is not going to go anywhere.
Probably not.
But there's a lot of real thought, and I do recommend looking at this issue. But in the middle of the crime syndicate in every issue, that just seems like a horrible... Hey, you like those alternate versions? Check out these guys. They've got new costumes. Fuck off. No.
Nah, it doesn't work very well. Home stretch. 2 issues of Green Lantern.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Huh? Green Lantern doesn't have a song like that.
Why not?
Because he never had a show like that.
Space Cop. Da-na-na-na. He has that,
Fuck off,
he has that-
Reverend.
He's got an animated cartoon. Isn't there a Green Lantern theme song?
I don't think so. A theme song?
Yeah, I
for
remember.
GL?
Whenever I used to watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes, there would always be that slightly computerized Green Lantern cartoon that I never watched.
I never watched it either. But 25 is a bit of a weird issue. We skipped all this War of Light stuff.
Yeah, we're so behind in the Green Lantern universe because there are no comic books in DC now. There are
It's
only
starting to
universes.
get too interdependent in there.
Apparently, Kyle Rayner is dead.
It seems, yeah.
As a White Lantern, he sacrificed himself to refill
the emotional spectrum, which gets used up as a finite resource whenever one of these green GL / emotional guys use any of their powers.
And the Blue Lanterns are gone?
The Blue Lanterns are apparently gone except for Lantern Walker, who was in a coma. This is silly at best. I mean, so what you're telling us is that living beings don't actually have their own emotions. They're tapping into some weird extra-dimensional thing that runs the universe?
Well,
is that what I'm getting?
it's not about emotion. It's about the rings, like using the emotions as weapons, I think, is what's tapping in. It's not like if, this Lantern films out, then suddenly you're like, I enjoy the films of Woody Allen. I feel
Yeah, but how
Albert
did he
Brooks
kick-
is misunderstood.
Well,
Like,
the
people
thing
will
is-
still have emotions.
Yeah, so why is this pool concerned with anything?
Because weaponizing anything is challenging, and weaponizing emotions is ridiculous. So, of course, it needs a giant, big fucking magic lantern. I don't know. None of this makes a lick of goddamn sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, Green Lantern has rapidly, not slowly, rapidly gone from a must-read to a what the fuck.
It really has. You know, I was enjoying the vast majority of this, and now it's just like universe-shattering crisis, universe-shattering crisis, universe-shattering crisis. Oh my God, the
Crossover.
the fucking Guardians are gone again.
Danger, Kyle Rayner.
It's like, guys, they just criminals. Space cops need to go after fucking criminals.
I would like to read Hal Jordan punch a guy in the face with a giant fucking boxing glove without 32 other lanterns, a lot of pathos, a bad relationship, just fucking whack somebody with a green stick, for fuck's sake.
And what about all the crime that these idiots are just ignoring all across the universe while they're dealing with, Sinestro?
But we're already delving into stupidity. And I'm like not even joking with that. Their big new plan is, we're going to police the emotion police.
Which doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. It's like, really, fellas?
I will take the rings of other lanterns. Really? Well, go after Larfleeze.
Yeah,
when you
go
do
ahead.
that,
See what happens.
Say, that's the guy. No one's going to give a shit if you bust. Not, but instead they go after Space Thong, or whatever the hell you call her.
Prixie and G-String, or whatever the fuck her name is. I don't even know. Praxim All Anon. I don't fucking know.
Who is a...
She was a...
I always want to say Violet Lantern, but that's the Indigo tribe.
She's love, because she loves her clan.
Oh, that's right.
With two N's,
Indigo
because it has to be different.
Indigo is purple.
Technically,
Oh,
lavender.
okay. So
really.
Violet is...
Whatever, it's just...
I'm not up on my spectrum, as it turns out. Any way you look at it, what it really comes down to is that Hal is an ass. And he's always an ass. And, why doesn't he learn? Maybe, I think this is a good plan. Let's not do that, because I don't have good plans.
Yeah.
So he goes after this woman and her clan, brings Kellogg along, and shit goes horrible in 30 seconds. This is awful.
So his next big plan to shut down this one other person he really should have been able to take all on his own. It shouldn't have been any big deal for him to just go whack-a-doodle, take her to a science cell, and call it even. But no, he has to call out the entire goddamn Corps for a show of force to say, look, the fact is we're in fucking charge here, and we're the only ones going to be using any goddamn thing. Fucking Hal Jordan's turned into fucking the Duke, for fuck's sake.
No, it was, and then, dude, really,
The Duke is John Wayne.
Yes. I'm the one person who knows that.
I'm not saying it to you.
All right, fair enough. All right, I did. You almost got a bottle thrown at you.
There's got to be several people listening to this have no idea what the
to
Duke
even
was.
imply that I don't know who John Wayne is insulting on a level that I can't easily put into words.
I told you what I got for my pop for next year is Christmas tree, right?
No.
At the Hallmark store?
No, I haven't seen you. Well, my wife said she ran into you there,
Yeah.
but you haven't told me what you picked up at all.
The Searchers.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice. So what did you treat? We're going to take a little aside in the middle of Green Lantern for this. What ornaments did you treat yourself to?
I got an ATST. I got a Superman.
Nice.
The Searchers thing for my pop. And I think there was another Star Wars one. I'm going to have way too many ornaments for the tree next year. It's just going to turn into collecting to resell. Because these things are quite nice. These things are really nice.
You got to get yourself one a year and then clean up on the sales.
Oh, no, I'm just going to wait for the sales.
Oh,
fuck that.
Unless there's one that you have to have.
Got...
Well, because you missed out on Catwoman last year, right?
No, I got Catwoman.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You found her? Okay. Because that was the one you originally
She was
wanted.
our tree topper this year.
That's creepy on so many levels.
Well, Batman was on top last year.
Shouldn't the
So
Joker
now Catwoman gets to be on top.
I hate everyone.
No, there was no Joker. There was a Joker one, but it was a movie Joker one, and I didn't really like it. So I thought about getting it. I'm looking at it, I'm like, that isn't really all that great a
I don't want a Heath Ledger ornament.
I really don't.
All right, but getting back to the book, like it really broke down to. You remember that movie, The Professional?
Yeah, Leon.
Yeah, it really broke down to get everyone. Who? Everyone. So Hal Jordan is played by Gary Oldman, calls out the entire clan, and you got a little B-side. And we haven't had one of these in a while. Like, oh, we're lanterns who don't want to use the ring, so we're just going to kung fu every...
Yeah, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose of being a fucking GL to begin with.
But
This
they
is a
used to
silly
have,
concept,
like, B
and
stories
it's
with
killing
lanterns,
me.
so I didn't
Oh,
mind
sure,
that.
sure.
You know, it reminded me of, like, the Rogue Lanterns and all that from the days of Dark Stars and shit like that. But when you bring Mogo to a fight, you fucked up royally. Now, to Hal's infinitesimal credit, he's like, I may have gone too far. But
You think? I mean, you know what? Come on. DC has not only lost all of its fucking humor. I haven't had a genuine belly laugh in a DC book in 2 fucking years.
you know, it just...
I've barely smiled at a few of the things. I've chuckled here and there, but it's not...
I don't even need to laugh.
It's a humorous landscape that just kills me to deal with most of the time. But with this kind of silliness, you'd think you'd be laughing your ass off. It's just not that kind of silly. It's just... I don't like it. I still don't get how the emotional spectrum got filled as a finite resource to begin with.
I don't understand how you cut out an entire part of a spectrum and not have shit go horribly awry.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, we're out of blue. Wait, what?
We're out of hope everywhere for everyone? What?
Shit. I mean, I've run out of burgers and I live, but, you know, hope seems kind of important, fuckers.
It doesn't fit yet. They might pull it out. I don't know, but it... Where did it come from to begin with?
None of
You know? I mean, what if everybody watches Beaches at the same time?
Just bring the goddamn Guardians back. Like, have tiny bald guys saying, do this. Okay, I'll do that.
Crime. You know, cops need crime.
Ugh.
It's that simple, jackasses. All right. That was a down note to bring the episode to a close on.
Well, we ended on Green Lantern. What do you want?
I want a better book, for fuck's sake. That's what I fucking want.
Well, you know,
So-
we got Indian Marvel Week coming up.
That's a start. We'll get somewhere with this. Kids, it was a pleasure. I think. You liked it, right? You had fun?
I always do.
Well, that's good enough for me. So, having established that, Q.
Bless you, fuckers.
Oh, you want to be different today.
Bless you, fuckers. Fuck you, fucker.
And,
Bless you, fuckers!
and away.
The Mean Geek is recorded live at the Reverend Mad Duck's apartment whenever the hell we can get to it. Find us on Facebook, Stitcher, Twitter under @TheMeanerGeek. Subscribe to us through RSS.
Or we can be located at our own site, www.themeangeek.com. And most importantly of all, you can find us as a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
Email us directly at TheMeanerGeek@gmail.com.
Can I drink now?
You may.